Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is What If Deku is OP and can edit quirks part 6. I just want to thank you guys for all the amazing support and say sorry about yesterday where I had a banging headache and couldn't do anything. That was bad. And I also want to apologise for this video being so late on in the evening. Well, I actually went outside, even though I had a bad head the other day, which probably wasn't the best thing, but yeah, I went outside, I actually did stuff. I was busy the whole day, which is fun, and then I decided to make pasta and meatballs and cheese, and my god, did it go horribly wrong. I've posted it on my TikTok that no one knew I had because uh, I've only just made it. So if you want, follow me on TikTok. I'll be posting probably nothing at all, but I might post an odd video just being me, awkward old me. So let's jump right into the video. So yeah, Deku. Okay, yeah, just let me just take a quick pause here. Right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let's get right into it. So, Deku had just got back from his training with All Might, so now we're going to go into the All Might training arc. So, what happens in the All Might training arc? So, first of all, he gets given weights made by the support crew. That is because he's a lot more in tie with the support crew. The reason he's a lot more in tie with the support crew is because the support crew is Deku's like second home. This is because Deku does have a kind of half summer school degree in support items, so he makes his own support items in the meantime. This support item just limits his power. It does this through weights, like I've just mentioned, so I don't know why I re-mentioned it. I deeply apologize that I am spending more time apologizing than I did on the mistake, so let's get back to it. So, oh my god, I've just eaten this pasta and it's really made me feel sick, so if I'm off track, blame the pasta. Can you get food poisoning from cheese? I'm gonna have to search that up after this video. So, anyway, sorry for getting off track. So anyway, Deku, he hangs out with the support team. What this weights do is limits him to 5% power, so these are big weights, and they're found throughout his costume. Another thing that, it's a bit like, you know how Goku wears a weighted suit? Deku's doing the same thing, but this is A, so it's fair for the students, and B, so that he can actually fight the students, and C, him fighting the students increases experience, and because he's still using one for all, it means he's using his muscles, and he has to use one for all 100% because of the amount of weights on his body. Yeah, because of the amount of weights on his body, it makes him, he still has to use 100%. Blah 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 blah. Summary. It means that he can advance with the quirk a lot more quicker than he usually would, which means he'll unlock all the other side quirks a lot more quicker. So he's just using weighted suits. I don't know why I had to make it so complicated. If you're wondering what the tech behind it is, it's not like gravitational, so it's not gravity changing, pulling it down. It's actually, oh, what was I gonna say? It's density. So the items are more dense. It's the same clothing, but it's more dense. And this was actually technology that was helped developed by Melissa back when they were on UA, because I realized after Melissa made the robot, she wasn't really doing much. So what she focused on was making dense armor for Deku's training, and she finished it and got a private jet. So Melissa went to see whether Deku was okay after training with All Might. Checked up on him, gave him the dense materials, which Deku took to the sport class, which they put into his whole suit. Blah blah blah. So basically, in summary, he has more dense material, so he could only use 5% for the All Might training exam. And on top of that, he got to see Melissa again. Now there is a protocol which is on this suit, and it's that most of the weights are in his upper body. This is so that if he gets into trouble, he can take off his shirt. And number two, there is like, you get like a tight undersuit, like a quite, like something you would basically, you wear something underneath it that's comfortable for him, so that if he has to get into an emergency, he can unstrap it all and get the weights off him so he can use all his power or partly of his power by just taking his t-shirt off. This only covers his private area, if you know what I'm on about. The reason I'm saying this is because he might have to lose the weights. You'll never know. He might have to lose the weights to fight somebody. So anyway, okay, right, let's get into it. So, the UA training exam, how does it go? Right, so, it starts off with Bakugo, Bakugo, Ida, Uraka, and Deku all be put in against each other. The rest goes the same, just so you know. I just hit my mic, I apologise, but the rest goes the same, it's just the Bakugo versus Deku fight that changes. So, how does it change? Well, it all goes the same up until Bakugo and Deku go against each other. Bakugo goes in for a right hook. Deku catches it and this time swings Bakugo towards the ground. Bakugo saves himself with an explosion, realizing what Deku's doing, and realizing that if he did hit the ground, it will mean a lot because of Deku's one for all, even though it's still only limited to 5%. When he's swinging Bakugo down at full pelt, it'll do a lot of damage because it's more than Deku would usually. So Bakugo saves himself with an explosion. Deku loses grip due to fatigue from the use of his quirk. Because of the armor does cause fatigue because he has to use 100% blah 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 blah. So he loses grip due to Bakugo's force against him and his fatigue. Bakugo gets free and straight away unleashes a huge explosion on Deku. This is when Deku uses his speed quirk to get out of the way. This weakens him stamina wise, but it also weakens Bakugo because he's used one of his mega gauntlets. So what Bakugo does to trick Deku is he uses his mega gauntlet again, but this time he aims at Uraka, so Deku's to save Uraka. He does this by using his speed quirk, catching her and pushing her out of the way, meaning that he gets caught in the explosion. This explosion deals a lot of damage to the fatigued Deku due to the pure weight of the armor. Now, I'm not going to release the weight until a bit later, but basically this material's super strong due to the density put into it, blah 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 blah, some science malarkey. It wasn't destroyed by the explosion, but Deku is damaged quite a bit. All Might doesn't stop this fight because he knows Deku can beat Bakugo some way or the other. So what Deku decides to use is 5% strength with a little bit of strength multiplier. And what this means is that, Deku decides to use 5% of One For All, but he focuses it on his legs. And on top of that, he activates his speed quirk. So what Deku's trying to do is get behind Bakugo, so of course, he runs behind Bakugo before Bakugo can notice, due to Deku's speed quirk boosting the speed of One For All quite a bit. And then Deku drops the speed quirk and punches with One For All. The reason he drops his speed quirk is because, if you don't remember, his speed quirk does lower his melee. Now I feel like his strength. Now I feel like I should explain the speed quirk a bit more because people were confused in the comics. Comments, not comics. Jesus Christ, this pasta's gone straight to me. Yet again, follow me on TikTok. I can't believe I'm saying that. I've gone to the dark side. Unless you use TikTok, which is such a kind of cool place, but at the same time it's kind of not a cool place. It depends what side you're on. Anyway, back on track. So how does his speed quirk work? Well, when he runs at a speed, he gets a lot weaker and a lot more vulnerable. So of course, mass times speed equals force, but if he punched somebody using his speed quirk, the amount of recoil that he'll get would not make it worth it. So he'll just get if he punched somebody with speed, his arm would break because he has nothing protecting him. On top of that, if he used One For All with speed, to punch something, it will break because of the recoil. The reason it works with his legs is because he's not actually hitting anybody, and I know that sounds really weird, But how the speed quirk works is he loses all strength everywhere else but his legs. Now, this is kind of a retcon, but I'm sorry about that. But he loses strength everywhere else but his legs because all the strength is focused within his legs. And this causes the rest of his body to basically turn into a target, I guess you could say. Right, now, so anyway, he runs behind Bakugo, and that's when he swings back and charges at 1 for all 5%. This 5% of 1 for all actually being 100%, but you know, because of the weighted, it's not actually 100%. I don't know whether that holds up math-wise, but it's good enough for me. It's not really a true like, you get what I mean. I'm sorry if that don't really make sense, physics and maths wise. Anyway, so this hits Bakugo right in the back where he's open up and he doesn't realize. Well, he kind of realizes it, but it's too late for him to do anything. Bakugo gets hit to the floor, and that's when Deku uses his speed quirk because, of course, it does speed other functions within his body, but all the internal functions. So how quickly he can react, but it cannot like help his. It's kind of weird to explain. So his whole stats are focused into speed because if you remember, I did stats. It's a really weird quirk how it works, but basically what it does, it makes his whole body a target when it comes to being hit. And he can't hit himself, but he can run away. And of course, the strength quirk is the other side of that, and he can hit really hard, but he can't really run away. And then the 1 for all side of it is 1 for all, so it's a mix of both. If that makes sense. I'm so sorry I keep on retconning it and changing it and spending so much time on it, but I'm gonna be honest, I've made it really confusing for myself. Anyway, so he hits Bakugo to the ground, and that's when he jumps on top of Bakugo, getting him into a police lock and asking Uraka to wrap tape around him. Uraka wraps tape around him, and that's the Bakugo captured. So next it's to capture Ida. So Deku and Uraka slowly search each one of the buildings until they find the building with Ida in it. They realize it's empty. So what Deku does straight away is 5% 1 for all to knock down the door. The reason he does this is so that Uraka has a projectile to throw at Ida. Then he asks Uraka to throw the projectile at Ida. Ida then reacts, going to hit Deku, but Deku uses 5% of 1 for all to hit back, causing them to kind of get into a lock, and then that's when Uraka comes swinging in with the door. The door hits Ida, and then Deku runs to collect the bomb. This of course gets them MVP because not much damage, and does discredit Ida a bit because of the fact he doesn't get MVP and the fact that he got beat so easily. Now, I realised I've rushed this what if quite a bit, and it is because I've run out of time. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been really kind of busy today. So, this is a promise I'm going to make. As a kind of wrapping up of what if Deku is OP and can edit quirks, I'm going to make as long as a video as I can for tomorrow. I'm going to try and get it out earlier, and hopefully it all goes well. Yet again, I do apologise. It wasn't meant to go like this, and I don't know what happened. Also, the meatballs have gone completely through me, and it's not going well. Yet again, I want to apologise for just being pretty terrible of a YouTuber right now, but it is what it is, I guess. And I just want to thank you guys for sticking around if you stuck around this long, and sorry for making this dangle on. Thanks for watching. You're all amazing. I'm so sorry. I promise you I will fix this. I don't know what's happened. I've just lost track of time, but tomorrow, I will focus on creating better content for you guys because you deserve it. So I apologize, but thank you for watching. Goodbye.